Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Colton, and in today's video, we're talking about the Instax Mini Evo. The Instax Mini Evo is a camera by Fujifilm, and it's a little bit different than other Instax cameras because it actually has a 5 megapixel digital sensor which captures the images. This means that you are able to view the images on the LCD screen on the back of the camera and choose which ones you actually want to print. Nice aspect of that is that it allows you to save some of your prints when you take an image and it doesn't look good. You don't actually have to end up printing it like you would on a traditional Instax camera. This also serves as a wireless printer. So this means if you take a picture on your smartphone or on your high or low end digital camera, you can then send it to the Instax camera and have it printed onto an Instax Mini. Now, some people might say that's cheating. I say it's just being fun. And that's what this camera is really intended to do, like most other Instax cameras, is just to be a fun shooting experience. I myself really enjoy the fact that I can take an image with this camera, I can see if I got the shot or not before I choose whether to print it or not. And this means I'm saving Instax film and not wasting film on shots that I find out actually don't look good or ended up coming out poorly. Now, another nice aspect about this camera is since it is a digital camera, the images can be stored either on internal memory or via a micro SD card. And that means that you can also take the images stored on the micro SD card and put them into your computer and transfer them onto your hard drive. So if you wanted to safely store them for viewing on your computer or put into a digital picture frame or anything like that, you would actually have the ability to do so. And I think that's kind of cool. The Instax Mini Evo also has a lot of creature comforts. One is a creature comfort that other Instax cameras have, but that would be the small mirror that is on the camera, which means that when you're shooting a selfie, you're able to see and frame up the shot and make sure that the selfie that you're getting, you are actually going to be in the frame. That's absolutely critical on other Instax Mini cameras where you can't necessarily retake the shot without using more film. Since this is a digital camera, it's a little bit less critical to have, but still a super useful feature. I also really enjoy the fact that it has multiple shutter buttons. There's a shutter button on the front of the camera, but also on the top of the camera. And that allows it to give you more options for holding the camera and still comfortably using the shutter button. Now, interesting enough, there are two ways that you can apply filters to this camera. You can actually adjust the lens itself, or you can adjust this dial on the back or top, depending on how you're holding it. And that will change to different filters that Fujifilm has added to this camera that just make it more fun to shoot and apply some kind of funky filter or interesting color change to the image. There's also, interestingly, a cold shoe mount. I don't really know what you would be mounting to this camera. I have not thought of a single thing that I could possibly mount to this camera. But if you have something that you've mounted to this camera and it's super useful or fun, please let me know in the comments below because I'm super curious about how people are actually using that cold shoe. There's also a tripod mount on the bottom, and when you want to print an image, all you have to do is take this little lever that says print and you turn it, kind of like you would on an old 35mm camera. I do recommend being very careful around this lever because it can accidentally get pulled. That doesn't necessarily translate into it always printing out something, but the possibility is there that you might accidentally print something that you didn't intend to print. All in all, I find myself shooting this camera a lot, and I have since stopped shooting my Instax Mini 70, which previously was my favorite Instax camera, because I just find that this is a lot more fun to shoot. It gives me more peace of mind because I'm not wasting any shots, and it allows me to check and verify that the shots look good before I print them. And also in the case where somebody wants a copy for themselves, it's so much less stressful to know I can just print out two, keep one for myself and give one to them instead of having to have the debate in my head as to who gets the shot. So that makes it a lot more fun to shoot. I'll put a few images at the end of this video so you can see the kinds of shots that I took with this camera. If you have this camera and you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments below, especially if you're using this cold shoe for something. I would love to know what people are using it for. With that being said, if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. For now, I'm Colton, and I'll see you in the next one.